What is up, everybody? Live in the BR app, we have another episode. Welcome to another episode of Cleats and Convos with Deebo Samuel. I'm Liv Moods, and this is presented by State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
They're there. Yes, they're there. They are always there. We love that. Deebo, how do you want to start your show today?
I would like to start it off talking about the game, but we'll save that for a little bit later.
Yeah, we can talk about that later.
Want to welcome little bro from the Colts, Josh Downs, Uno. What going on, baby boy?
Yes, Sirski.
We're here.
What up, fam? You know, Uno twin, rocking the same number.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to start off with the game you just had Sunday. 5 catches, 84 yards in the tug. You picked up a 28-27 win against the Jets. Let's just talk about the game, man. Overall, how did it go for y'all as a team?
Yeah, man, we had 5 back in the lineup. So, he ain't played the last 2 games. He came back in there motivated. Came back in there balling. I'll say he took command, took the team under his wing. Led us to a good victory, so we needed that AFC dub. We really had a game-winning drive with about 2 minutes left and scored with like 30 seconds left on the clock and got the dub. So, yeah, it was a good game, but we got a tough one coming up.
Who y'all got coming?
Yeah, who's next?
We got Detroit, man.
Oh, yeah, them boy playing at a high level right now.
Yeah. But you do have a really great quarterback,
are.
and I have really enjoyed watching Anthony Richardson play. How do you feel when you get to watch him run these defenders over, especially in his touchdown run? I mean, the dude's he's a monster.
Nah, facts. He like 6'4", like 250. I'll be saying he's 260, but I just be messing with him. But he huge. He be running them over like a running back. Like he ran over one of their safeties his first touchdown, and it really looked like the safety went limp for a second. So it was kind of crazy just seeing him doing that. But he's really always doing that. He's just more experienced now with it, and he's really making them plays.
Yeah.
Big time.
AFC victory for sure. How do you guys look to build off this win moving forward on to your next opponent? Because at the end of the day, the win is behind you, but it's, everybody want to make their playoff run. Like, what's it going to take for y'all to, build off that win and just keep stacking dubs?
I mean, we just really got to go in there weekly, get into tape, get into practice. And I say just everybody got to take care of their own business, probably similar to y'all. Just take care of your own business, and you got to win your own matchup every game. Can't just go in there thinking it's going to be an easy win, which it isn't in this league, but you got to take care of your business.
I have to ask because I'm from Denver. Are you looking forward to the Broncos game? Deebo, leave me alone. I'm trying to have a moment here, all right, with Josh.
I mean, yeah, hey. So, the Broncos got one of my good buddies as running back, Javonte Williams. So I'm just looking forward to the jersey swap. But, I mean, yeah, it'll be a good – they playing good right now too, though. I ain't going to lie. So, I'm excited, but we got to focus on the Lions. But I'm excited about that one too.
Yeah, sorry, I had to jump ahead. I know you got other matchups in there. Just had to throw that in there. But want to go back to your quarterback because he is incredible. But take us into the locker room with the whole benching thing. You don't have to get into details on that. But what was that like? How were you guys feeling about it? And obviously, what did it feel like to have him back out there with you?
Yeah, I just remember he came up to me in the facility and was just like, they benched me, bro. And he kind of told me before it broke out, but he took it like a pro. He went to work every day. He did extra. He met with even more coaches than he was before, watched more tape, come in the facility earlier. So that was good to see him grow through that and not take it the wrong way and took it the right way. So as you can see, it only helped him grow. And he really had his best career game this past weekend. So he just got to keep building on that. And, I mean, the whole locker room behind him, everybody love him. He the guy, so we always say he got to put the city on his back, so he really got to do that now.
Did you feel like his leadership got better after he was benched and then came back?
Yeah, I think it matured him a little bit. Just talking with him, I know it was tough, of course. I mean, nobody wants to be benched, but similar to the Panthers with Bryce Young, he came back, played better, and I think AR is doing the same thing. So he might have just needed it to refocus a little bit and just go back to the basics, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
for sure. What is one of the craziest things you've seen them do on the field? Because I remember watching him in college.
AR?
Yeah, watching him in college. That boy got a big old arm. Like, I remember seeing that one play that he had
Nah.
early on. He had dropped back and slipped, and I think he chunked it in the air for like 60 before it even hit the ground.
Yeah. First play of the game. I mean, not first play of the game. First game of the season, Texans. But last game. So it was third down. They called my number on a route, but I low key like tweaked and like kind of like got caught in between running two different routes. But I made the decision late, and the DN like basically jumped on his back, and I'm hearing the crowd like screaming, so I'm thinking sack. And as I turn around, the DN like on his back, but he looking at me and just tosses the ball in the air and gets it out to me first down. But I'm like, he done did that a couple times this year, 300 pound plus on his back, just sling him off, keep pushing. So I'm like, dude really got abnormal strength. It's really crazy.
Man,
So I mean, he ran. It's OD. Man, he OD. He could come off that edge if he really wanted to. I swear.
See, at 250, that's different.
I
And he
swear.
can run.
That's the thing.
Man, what?
Andy's quick.
Well, he ran 4.4.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
different.
he ran faster than me at the combine.
Nah, that's crazy. Remember, I always said
he
like
fast. He really fast.
these like not calling y'all, not being like an old head. I'm 6 years in, but these younger kids, like their athletic ability now is just like they just different.
It's crazy.
Like they just gifted in so many ways, and like you just look at AR like 6'4", 250, run 4.4, like that is abnormal.
It is. It really is. How do you feel about? I mean, he's great, but how do you feel about him going toe to toe with Jared Goff? I mean, this Lions team, 594 yards last game. Like, do you feel like he's Anthony Richardson? I mean, he's pretty capable of just about anything. But how do you feel about him going toe to toe with Goff, and then you guys going toe to toe with an offense that's doing very well right now?
You just gotta be week in, week out in this league. You gotta do it every week. So, I mean, they played the Texans close like 2 weeks ago. And I mean, they've lost this season before, so they beatable. But you just got to take care of your own business. Go in there during the week, handle the business. But I trust AR. The way he played last week, he showed a lot of growth. And I know, like as y'all are saying, his potential is out the roof. So he locks in on all his stuff, all his reads, and he can handle the business. But their offense is explosive. They got a lot of cats over there. But I know our defense been playing well, so they can hold up. I think it'll be a better game than people think. I promise you that.
Ooh, look at his smile. He looks like he's
Josh
ready.
He always smiling.
He's ready to go.
Happy, man. But yeah, I don't know what time y'all can play, but if I can catch it, I'm definitely gonna catch it. One thing I'm curious about, who your top 5 receivers in the league to watch? Not in any order.
Oh shoot. Let's see, top 5. I say no order. At the top of my head, Garrett Wilson. I've been love Garrett Wilson game. He like that. Been like that a while. Let's see. I'll go Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, those two route technicians. Let's see. I ain't gonna lie. I used to watch you a lot. Fam. You know that.
For sure.
I still like watching your game too. You still got it all, fam. So I like watching you too. Let me think. I'm trying to get one that like not a lot of people would be like, oh, that's a little different. Let me think. Dudes that's similar to me. I like Tank Dell's game. I like Zay Flowers' game. I like those type of cats just to see how they play. Jalen Waddle. So yeah, just throw a few more names out there.
Yeah, for sure. Them guys there.
Mm-hmm.
Drake Maye.
Okay.
Your college quarterback. I have to ask you about. You played with him at USC. When did you know he was going to be like a top 5 pick, or did you already know that he was going to be a top 5 pick?
I say I knew after probably like he showed flashes early when he was starting in the spring, but in the season, I would say after the first game, I knew he was really talented. He's a gamer. He's a guy that's going out there just to ball. He'll put his body on the line and he'll make all the throws. But yeah, after the first few games, I knew he was special. And I just knew that cat was different. And he's a real good dude. He's a quarterback that you want on your team. He's gonna lead the team. He hangs out with everybody on the team. He's not somebody that's stuck up. He's cool with all the guys. So I knew he had them leadership qualities and the talent just the first few games playing with him.
Nah, for sure. You think he got what it takes to become a top tier quarterback in this league?
Yeah, I think he does. I talk to him every couple of weeks. He's building, but I know he got the talent too. I think he will.
Any funny Drake Maye stories from UNC that nobody else would know?
Mm, any funny Drake May stories? Let me think. Um, I can't think of anything funny, but I will say we used to go in the indoor with his pops and his brother and throw the ball like random nights during the week. He'll have his whole family in there throwing the football, like mom, dad, brothers, just tossing the ball around random nights during the week. It was crazy.
I love that.
Nah, that's
Little
different.
family bonding. We have something that we want to play for you. Earlier in the week, Jamar Chase reacted to Joe Burrow telling everyone how to get him the ball. So let's watch this, all three of us, and then we'll kind of go from there, break it down, and see how we're feeling.
On the sideline, sometimes it's individual conversation in the locker room. Sometimes it's through you guys. There's a lot of different ways that a receiver can tell you, hey, get me the f***ing ball.
Love it. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you two, because I have never told anyone to get me the effing ball. Is that like a thing? Is there a way that you can kind of say that without saying that? And have you ever had to say that? Either I'll start with you, Deebo, and then we'll toss it to Josh.
It's been a long time, honestly. Kind of like when I'm in a groove or something, and I feel like the game is kind of going away. I'll go to my receiver coach and be like, "Yo, like I need to rock the like so we can get going or something like that." But it's never like give me the ball or nothing like that. Or I look at Kyle sometimes. I'll be like, "Bro, let's go," and then he kind of understand what I'm saying. But yeah, that's just how I do it.
Josh, what about you?
Yeah, nah, I'll go up to the AR during the week and be like, when you drop back, just make sure you look for number one on the jersey every time you drop back. It'll be open. But me and Michael Pittman got a little thing where we go up to him and whisper and say like, nah, come look at me this play, or Pitt will tell him to look at him this play. So we got a little competition going on there every week, trying to get AR to give us more targets.
No, that's good. I feel like I think every receiver on a football field wants the ball, but is there certain moments where you guys feel like you could really change the momentum if you get the ball, like single-handedly, individually?
Yeah, for sure. It's just in the moment.
Yeah.
It's in the moment type of thing for me. If you're looking up, we down and we need to play. I always kind of like, look over and try to kind of be that guy that make the play and get the team going. But sometimes it can go either way.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Josh? You feel like you're that guy?
Yeah, similar to that. Third downs too. When it's third down, money down, need a play. Got to keep the drive going. I love when they call my number in them situations, because that's just showing the trust between the coaches and the quarterbacks. So I love them third down clutch situations.
I love it.
Nah, for sure. Good luck this week, bro. I'm tuning in every time I get. I know you got something to do. Appreciate you coming on the show for sure.
Say that already. Appreciate you, fam. You too. Good luck.
Bro.
All righty. Okay, Deebo. Now Deebo's in the hot seat. This is his least favorite part. No, I'm kidding. I'll go easy on you, but let's talk a little bit, loss on Sunday. It's never easy. And even when you lose, you still have to deal with me on a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, win or lose, I'm here. So let's vent it out. Let's get it out. What is your biggest takeaways from the game, either personally or just as a group?
Kind of like, team meeting yesterday and, being that the game is still kind of fresh. This will be my last time talking about it. So we can move on to the Packers we got this week. But overall, as our offense, we had a lot of penalties, kind of like put us in bad situations. Like you never want to start off 1st and 25 or 1st and 20, rather start off 1st and 10 at all costs. And, we'll go on a little run and then we'll have another penalty. And then we have a penalty after that. And just like overall, I just think everybody just need to look in the mirror and just, try to be their best self. Yeah, we definitely gotta finish in the red zone. We gotta score more. You're looking at look at it last year, we was averaging almost 30 points a game. We're a little short of that right now, even though we're still the number 2 offense in the league. I feel like the sky's the limit for this offense once we start clicking on all cylinders. But overall, we're 5-5 right now, and every game is like a must win. So we'll see how everybody approaches Wednesday and just kind of move forward from that.
It felt like in that game you guys just couldn't keep momentum. Like you said, you would get it and then penalty. So it's like your momentum just kept getting cut, which I think is something that you guys are obviously skilled enough to push past and get through. What was the locker room like after the loss? Motivated? Did it feel like? The locker room
was like, you can hear penny drop in there. Like, it was like dead silent. And you kind of know what that means. Like, we had every opportunity to kind of put that game away early. But penalty stopped us. We were struggling in the red zone a little bit, but you're not gonna win every game. We were 6-0 the past 3 years ago against Seattle, and we know every time we play them, it's always a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like I said on last week's show, like years ago, my rookie year, came down to the inch-yard line, but Gino and his offense did a good job going downfield. Our defense played well all game.
Yeah.
So they was putting us in the positions where to kind of put the game away. So I kind of look at us as like, we gotta hone in and look at ourselves in the mirror and just be our best self and just go out there and play the ball that we play.
Is this a tough time of the year? Like, do you feel like it's kind of in the middle here? Like, you're kind of on that home stretch of like looking at the second half of your season, but does it feel like it can get mentally tough around this time of year?
Nah, it's definitely tough for sure. With us being 5-5, I think we're number 2, 3 in our division right now.
Mm-hmm. It's a very tight race though in your division. It's a tight race. It's crazy.
We still get to play the Rams. We still get to play Arizona, Detroit later on in the year. But overall, we can just week by week, like we try to stack these wins, try to stack these days, and can't look too far ahead, and just got practice starting first thing in the morning, and I feel like you'll feel the vibe from everybody that every game from now on is a must win if if we want to make this playoff run.
When you go into a locker room and it's quiet like that, do you feel like, because I've gotten to know you better and know that you've got a really big, fun personality, do you feel that like you want to bring that, do you ever bring that energy following a loss?
I don't even say nothing.
You're pretty.
Yeah, I'm pretty quiet just like everybody else is. I mean, it's just some games that you don't supposed to lose, and you have every opportunity to win, and then you lose. It's like, what can you say? And then at that moment, like, everybody don't want to hear no hee ha ha, and just like kind of like, it's just it's ball at that time. It's not like you put all your personal stuff to the side and just be like, yo, like, we know for a fact we should have won this game and we shouldn't have lost. So I feel like that's why it was like ultimately quiet as it can possibly be in there until Cal brought the team up.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys are going to be ready for it, and I think you've got Packers on the road next. How are you feeling about that? I mean, have you watched them at all this year? How are you feeling about them?
I watch them whenever I can. Got a good, what I consider one of my brothers, Keyshawn Nixon, 25. We played college ball together, 3-4 years at South Carolina. So we kind of talk a lot. But overall, like, they got a good young quarterback. Josh Jacobs, they receiver core, I think, is underrated in this league with
Definitely.
The things that they've been doing week in and week out. Defense playing at a high level. They got Keyshawn and the rest of the guys over there. I think it's going to be a good matchup, but we definitely looking forward to it.
They've got good receivers, but you're also a really great receiver.
For sure.
How are you feeling about your personal game going into this one?
Just going into this game, I only control the things I can control.
Of course.
I try to be my best self as much as possible, and whenever my number's called, I always try to be that guy to make the play for the team. But other than that, just keep doing what I've been doing.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, State Farm Bundle of the Week. Let's get into it. We've got, I don't know which one's first. It might be the Lions offense first.
Jesus.
Yeah. Defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars 52-6. I mean, ouch. 645 total yards on offense. This Lions offense is just going ballistic. Are we looking at one of the best offenses? Like, I know currently, but like maybe ever right now with this Lions team?
They play, like I've been stating, every time I get on the show, like they just playing out of this world. I think I look up at the end of the first quarter, it's 28-3, and I'm just like, yo, what's going on? But from top to bottom, you got I think the top offense in the league right now is Baltimore. We number 2 and they number 3. So it's kind of like a neck and neck race. I mean, like I stated, like those boys are playing their best ball right now. It's just look like can't nobody beat this team. But any given Sunday, anybody can get beat. But overall, like they're playing incredibly, like really good ball right now.
You can give flowers where it's due
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure.
And they're doing their thing. Okay, next player on your State Farm bundle of the week, Joe Mixon, man. 23 touches, 154 yards, 3 touchdowns. Crazy.
Yeah, I watched that game last night. I think I remember one run that was kind of like designed to go to the right. I think it was his first one, the 45-yard run. And I think the end on the backside got cut off, and then he seen it. I guess he seen it out the left side of his eye, and then he hit the hole running like full speed, and it was off to the races. I didn't really know he had gas like that. The way he was running through there to be that big and explosive, like that was one of the runs. He was flying.
I know we've talked about the Giants and how sick to their stomachs they must feel about Saquon. How do you think the Bengals, especially the Bengals, to me, are one of those really great teams that just cannot get those wins under their belt? How do you think they're feeling watching Mixon just elevate this Houston offense?
I mean, it's just, they know what they had and they know what they gave away. So, I mean, I don't know too much of, the background story of it, but good players leaves good teams. I mean, you kind of look at Stephon Diggs was really good over there in the Bills. He went to Houston. Mixon was really good in Cincinnati. He went to Houston. You got Amari Cooper from the Browns, went to the Bills. So it's just like,
it's the nature of the sport.
Yeah, it's the nature of the sport for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to ask you this because it feels like it's kind of something that we've seen a lot of. There's quite a few good football teams, and I say that the NFL is full of good football players and good teams. But there's really good teams and really good rosters that just aren't winning this year. And I do feel like there's been some games, even with the 49ers, where it's like you guys are one of the best rosters and it just doesn't translate to a win. How frustrating can that be? Because clearly we're seeing the Bengals very frustrated by it.
I watched the Bengals game after I got home. I think I got to watch from like the second quarter all the way to the end of the game. And, at first it was a blowout. And then you kind of see a glimpse of why the Bengals offense is ranked like high as it is. Because I think it was like 21-3 or something. And the game ended up being, 27-34. I think they scored at the end. But, not to talk about, all the other stuff. But they just got an explosive offense. I think they was on, I think the kicker had a 51 and a 52-yard field goal. That was a hard field goals to make. But I think they missed 2 field goals and one deep ball down the right side to Jamar Chase. But it's just the nature of the game. Everything is going your favor. And, a 51, 52-yard, I feel like that's a long, long, long field goal to make. But overall, like, I think they lost a lot of games late in the fourth quarter, not just blowouts. So they there. I just think they got to just find a way to finish the games.
It's tough because they're like competing. They competed against the Ravens. That's the best offense in the league.
Team they didn't play against.
Yeah. So I can imagine it's pretty frustrating. And again, I think that's just one of those things where it's just the nature of the game and it's part of the mental toughness that you guys have to have. Let's just go around the NFL and kind of do a Week 12 preview here. Eagles took down the Commanders, despite the Commanders being, super fun to watch right now. Jaden Daniels is an offensive rookie of the year. He's the favorite right now. He's in the lead to get that. Let's see what else we could talk about. Packers took down the Bears. How are you feeling about the Bears? Do you think people are too hard on Caleb Williams?
I have no idea. Not gonna lie, I haven't been watching too much of
I love his honesty. That's good.
So I really don't know what's going on over there.
You don't really have to watch it. Oh, you do play them though.
Yeah, we play them in like 2 weeks. But we got Packers.
So you can watch them this week.
Yeah. No, 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks from now, we got the Packers then the Bills. Then I'll watch them.
There you go.
Got you. Yeah,
okay.
For sure.
Okay, fair. Let's talk about the W for the whole league, but the L for the Chiefs. Chiefs finally took an L, which is a dub for everybody involved, including this Broncos fan right here and this 49ers player right here.
Yeah.
That was big time. Shout out Josh Allen.
Remember last week we was talking about, if Josh Allen's playing real well.
You called it.
It's kind of like you got Patrick Mahomes, you got Josh Allen. Whoever has the better game is the one that's going to win.
Josh Allen's
great. And I feel like Josh Allen I think he had the better game. I think it was like 4th and 2 at the end of the game, 4th and 2, 4th and 4 or something. And you just see if athletic ability just kick in. And I think it was like a 38-yard touchdown run, and they kind of sealed the game for him. And
Patty
I think
threw a pick.
Yeah, he threw a pick at the end. But I think they was down like 10, so they was going to have to score twice anyway, so within like minutes.
Yeah. I don't think it was going to be that that possible, but definitely exciting to see.
Yep.
I don't like to smile at other people's, misery, but in this case, it's kind of hard for me to not crack a little bit of a smile as a Broncos fan here. Based on that game, a lot of people saying Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. I know you've got your other opinions because there's a lot of really great ones, including your own. Would you put Josh Allen above Patrick Mahomes at this point?
Nah.
It's tough. I know.
It's tough. That's you can't put them.
One loss, you know. Like
you can't
it's almost like I forgot they won back-to-back Super Bowls or something.
You can't do that one for sure.
I've erased it from my brain. It doesn't exist anymore.
Patty in his own different category.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. I will give credit where it's due. It's still a great football team over there in Kansas City. Fine. But it was kind of exciting to see them lose. I'm not going to lie. Okay. We've talked a little bit about the Packers, but do you have any message for your friend Nixon on the Packers? Any message you want to send him before you go head to head next weekend?
Nah, not yet. I'm gonna let the week go on a little bit. He probably will call me probably the day tomorrow, or probably on our way over there and talk a little junk because we always been looking forward to playing each other as going from college teammates and. Watching me getting drafted, me watching him get drafted. He actually got paid this off season, so hard work pays off. But we talked a little junk earlier about I'm saying this is one of the matchups that we've been waiting to have since he's been in the league. I haven't really got to get that moment with him, but we'll pick up on it on Sunday for sure.
Basically, he doesn't want you to hear what he has to say because it may not be appropriate. There may be some foul language and some excitement, whatever. Any matchups stick out to you in Week 12 besides your own, of course?
I don't know who playing who. I'm not.
The Broncos are playing the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't know who playing who, to be honest, besides, who we playing. But I don't really be like, oh, this team playing this team.
I actually don't know many Week 12 matchups myself.
See, I don't really know who playing who, I'll be honest with you.
You're focused on your team,
yeah,
your group, yourself. I can respect that. Okay, let's get into some chat questions that I'm going to also kind of spin off of myself. Give us the story you were at. For those that don't know, you were mic'd up. You were sitting courtside at the Warriors game, Warriors versus Mavs. Klay Thompson facing his former team. It kind of looked like it was going to swing one way, and then Steph Curry just did what Steph Curry does. But tell us the story of how you got Ricky to meet Steph Curry. Was that your first time meeting Steph?
Nah,
No.
I go to a good bit of games every
Right.
year.
So you knew him, but tell me about that introduction. Was Ricky so excited?
Yeah. He was a big fan of Kyrie, big fan of Curry, big fan of Draymond. We just sitting there watching the game. I was like, bro, because I got a Curry jersey, I got a Klay jersey. I got a Draymond jersey as well. So I was just like, bro, I'm gonna see, can I get you to meet Curry or whatever? And then the game was over, and I see the owner and his wife as we were walking, because they be moving so fast.
Of course.
And then we was walking to the back, and so happened he just got done with his interview, and he was running by, and I called his name, and then I just introduced him to Rick. And then after that, we was walking out, we seen Draymond. Draymond signed his jersey. So Ricky was pretty jacked about that for sure.
I mean, Steph is incredible.
Yeah, he the one.
He is incredible.
He the one.
What was it like being courtside with Ricky? Were you guys having the time of your life?
we was having fun.
It looked like it was fun.
Ricky definitely had a ball. I definitely had a ball. But we'll catch a couple more as the season goes. The NBA games are pretty long. So whenever we get a chance and get a little break and wanna kind of get away a little bit, we'll slide out there again for sure.
Shout out Bleacher Report for micing you up in that one and
Bleacher Report
sending
did
you over
an
there.
outstanding job.
Absolutely. Did you have to filter yourself at all, knowing you were mic'd up?
Nah, I think they did a good job of bleeping out some of the stuff that we were talking about.
I don't think I could ever be mic'd up at a sports event.
Yeah, it was fun though.
So I be talking crazy sometimes.
No, I don't talk too crazy because I'm not like in the game,
I act like I'm out there.
Yeah.
It's crazy work, actually. What has been this is a chat question. What has been the most frustrating year for you since being in the NFL? I know that's a tough question. The chat's on your head right now, for sure. That's crazy work. And maybe say why, because it could be for many different reasons.
I kind of say this year for sure.
Yeah.
Me personally, me being, want to be one of the, want to be my best self as much as possible. Especially as a whole, as a group. I kind of hit on it, like losing games that, we don't supposed to lose. And, it's kind of like we put ourselves in positions, like put our back against the wall at times. And you just look at, from top to bottom, like one of the best rosters in the league. It's just like it gets frustrating because, like, we know what we're capable of.
Yeah. We
got to finish games. We got to be the Niners that everybody knows that, we are. And it kind of get frustrating at times when, you don't win those games. And
right.
You kind of be like, yo, like, why we keep putting ourselves in these positions and, like, putting our back against the wall. And now every game that we play, it's just like, you got to treat it like your last. Even though you treat every game like that, but it's really like, yo, if we don't win this game, then, we'll be in some trouble.
Mm-hmm. What is your response to people that feel like, because I think you're very hard on yourself and you're very self-aware. What is your response to fans that maybe feel like this isn't your best year personally? So I think it's easy for people online to assume that maybe it's just like you don't care, you don't want, whatever it may be. What's your response to that? Because you know yourself better than anybody else, and there's a lot of stuff people don't get to see.
Yeah, the naysayers gonna say,
of course,
whatever they want, but at the end of the day, like I always said, I can only control the things that I can control.
Of course.
And so I just try my best to do that and just keep it pushing for real.
Let's not forget, folks, that pneumonia scare was really actually super scary, like very scary. I was very rattled. But honestly, as a group, it feels like you guys have just been through a lot this season. Like it's just the mental toughness you guys have had to show has been pretty incredible. And it may not always translate to a win, but it's been a lot of bumps in the road.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Okay. Well, I like this one. What was your first big purchase when you made it to the NFL?
I bought a car. I bought a Range Rover.
Okay. And you felt that was like,
it's cool.
That was, I mean, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. You done driving that car?
I ain't had that car in like 3 years.
I was going to ask for it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's long gone.
It's way out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually want to ask you one last thing. Opinions on the Jets. Not them not winning games, but fire their head coach in the middle of a season. Now the GM's gone. I actually got a notification from the Bleacher Report app that said the players are checked out. They're kind of over it. I also got a notification from the Bleacher Report app that they don't know if Rodgers is going to be there next year. You haven't had a ton of coaching changes since you've been with the team, but I mean, they've had a lot of stuff going on here. Got rid of their head coach and have been 1-6 ever since. Like, talk me through what it's like in a locker room when you've got those mid-season changes. Maybe you don't know it personally, but maybe you've talked to people that have dealt with it.
I kind of dealt with this in college.
Okay, so yeah, talk me through that.
I had Steve Spurrier when I first got there.
Mm-hmm.
He resigned in the middle of, I think, my second or third year.
Okay.
And then the coach that recruited me to come there, Sean Elliott, stepped in.
Okay.
It was the interim head coach. And then at the end of that year, he got fired, and then we had Will Muschamp. So it's kind of like it's a change of scenery, like in the middle of what we call America's sport. It's just like you have different coaches that come from different cultures, and you gotta kind of adapt to the things that they, that the things that they want, how they want the organization to be. And it's just like, how can you do that like in the middle of a season? Because I remember going from Coach Spurrier to Coach Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
They was kind of like they was the same, like
same brain.
Yeah, because Elliott coached under Spurrier for God knows how long, and he was still there when he resigned. But Muschamp coming from Kirby Smart, it was just like a way different mentality of the game. Like everything is going to be smash mouth ball, like balls to the wall, like physical. So it's kind of hard. And
did you guys have winning records when you were making all those changes?
I don't even remember, to be honest with you.
I feel like it's hard to win.
I don't think I won. I probably didn't win 8 games a year when I was in college. Probably like won like 7, then won like 6, then won like 7. So it's just like, but we had the players for sure.
And that's kind of how it feels with the Jets. They've got a lot of young talent, great quarterback. I mean, they've got all the pieces, it seems. It's just not translating. So I can imagine it can be very, very frustrating. Did you see or did you know that the Cowboys right now are the only team in 2024 of all American sports, including women's sports, to not win a home game so far in 2024?
Nah, that's crazy. 'Cause at the end of the day, like,
I mean, that's crazy. NBA, MLB, NHL, MLS, NFL have all at least won one home game this season. The Cowboys have not.
nah, that's a little crazy. I ain't gonna talk too much on it, but I feel like those should be the games that you,
Of course, and they're a
the
good
ones that you
team.
win.
Yeah.
Especially at home, you got home field advantage. You got the crowd with you. You really got everything that you possibly need. I mean, you're at home,
Right.
so what more could you ask for? But I don't know. I don't really know what's going on.
That's just what
over
I'm
there.
saying. It feels like this season, there's just a lot of good football teams that are just like in this rut.
Yeah.
And again, I guess that is just the nature of the sport, but it's tough. It's tough. Okay, final question. He's sick of me. He's ready for me to get out of here. He's over it. Okay. Final chat question here. Deebo, what's your favorite city for a road trip in the NFL?
The play-in?
Yeah. Well, let's do play in and then one that just like you've enjoyed the city. Like not just playing, but like
I mean,
the city.
we don't go nowhere in the season for real. But
That's true.
I'll just answer the first one. New Orleans. They stadium crazy. They get to play in their old Yin Yang Twins. They hit the lights and everybody got the flash on their phone. Like the atmosphere in there is it's
So
different.
the Super Bowl's gonna be lit.
Yeah, Super Bowl gonna be lit in New Orleans for sure.
That's
But I don't know if they'll treat
treat it the same.
yeah, because you're talking about the Saints.
Yeah, you're giving credit to the fans as well.
You're talking about
yeah.
the Saints fans, not another team coming and another team coming. I don't think I don't think it'd be the same.
So Saints fans probably have one of the best fan bases.
Yeah, they good. They
I mean,
lit up.
49ers fans are great. Obviously,
Yeah,
we know
for
that.
sure. We're
but
not talking about us. Of course yeah.
it's implied.
it.
Everybody,
Yeah,
relax.
for sure.
Okay, so New Orleans. I've never been to New Orleans.
You got to go to a game.
I've also never had like New Orleans food, and I heard it's exceptional.
I never had it either. I got to check it out.
Okay, well, we'll make sure we do that. Well, this has been another episode of Cleats and Convos with Deebo Samuel. We'll be back next week, I believe. Same time, same place. Like I said, win or lose, I'm here to bother him every Tuesday. So just make sure you're tuning in live in the Bleacher Report app presented by State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there
Bingo.
at all times.
That's Deebo Samuel. I'm Liv Moods, and we'll see you next week.
Catch you next week.
Bye-bye.